Migraines are the easiest claim to get service connected at 0%, which absolutely sucks, by the way. And I'm going to explain why that is and what you need to do to be properly rated for your migraine headaches. And we're going to start this with 38 CFR. This is the criteria for how the VA rates migraines. And I will say this, sometimes as veterans, we tie up the VA raters' hands where they may want to award a higher rating for whatever it is you're claiming, in this context, migraines, but the evidence does not support. Therefore, their hands are tied, right? They have to award the proper rating as the evidence speaks for itself. And so what I want to show you for migraines, this part is critical here. Migraines, the rating criteria is unique, whereas it requires prostrating migraines, not just for 50, not just for 30, but for any compensable rating, 10, 30, and 50. The requirement is prostrating, all right? That when you get a migraine, your symptoms are so bad, you can't do anything else. That would be my interpretation of prostrating, okay? And if you get migraines, headaches, hey, great, it's service connected, but big whoop, they're not debilitating, at least enough to have a compensable rating per 38 CFR, right? So knowing that we have to describe our prostrating symptoms, not just to the C&P examiner, but more importantly, the VA rater, this puts us in a position to really explain our evidence, right? So although the 38 CFR criteria that we just looked at does not say prostrating, or it doesn't require medication, I would make the argument that if your migraine headaches are really prostrating, right, then it's going to require the veteran to seek healthcare and treatment, because debilitating symptoms are, well, debilitating. There's no just dealing with a really, really bad prostrating migraine. I mean, there's literally nothing you can do whenever it gets to that severe. And so treatment is going to come into play. Now, me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of medication, although I do take some. This device here is a great alternative, all right? Now, I'm not saying don't take your medication, and in fact, you should do whatever it is your healthcare provider tells you to do. And on that note, gammaCore is free through VHA. Pop this off. It's got little two things here. Use some lotion that it comes with. Pop it on. 2-minute treatments. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's it. I've already done my treatments for this morning. I do 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. But I could do this whole video with gammaCore using it right now. But if you are 50% or higher, all of your healthcare is covered by the VA. So this will be free. If you're 40% or below, you have to be service connected for migraine headaches. Even at 0%, then this gammaCore device is still free. Now, for those who use private healthcare only and they prefer that, which is fine, you also have access through gammaCore, just through the private healthcare means, not through the VHA means. Now, what happened with me, okay, and all this matters to describe prostrating symptoms. What happened with me personally is I asked my primary care about migraines and gammaCore, all right? I've been on sumatriptan there for a little bit. If I take sumatriptan, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to sleep for 10 hours. Like, it's going to happen. It just knocks me out completely. But they ended up referring me to a neurologist, and through the neurologist, I again asked about gammaCore. And to be honest with you, migraines are like my kryptonite. And so that medication and gammaCore really, really help in my day-to-day life. And if you experience prostrating migraines, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. There really isn't anything you can do to make them go away, and you're just stuck in the suck, right? But gammaCore has really helped me when it comes to preventative medicine, preventative treatment. I use it twice a day, in the morning and right before I go to bed. It's part of my everyday routine. Super easy. It's free through the VA. And the reason this matters is because healthcare equals evidence. And you, as the veteran, are required to explain to the VA, prove to the VA, specifically the VA rater, over your claim that you don't only have migraines, right? The diagnosis is not the issue when it comes to 38 CFR. Being diagnosed is not the issue. That's 0%. The issue is you're 0%. If you have prostrating migraines, then you're going to be underrated because you failed to, or your evidence doesn't back up the fact that you have prostrating symptoms, right? The veteran must explain to the VA, which means to the examiner, the CMP examiner, and the VA rater, that your migraine symptoms are prostrating, and most importantly, your healthcare, your treatment, your evidence it will support your claim as evidence. All right. Medical evidence is king, little k there, when it comes to VA disability claims. And besides that, healthcare is extremely important. Now, I do want to share with you some things I came across that were new to me. And I did not know this fact, that this is from the VA's X account. It says women veterans are 3 times more likely to experience them than men. That I did not know at all. Triggers like lifestyle habits or hormone changes can make them worse. VA can help, right? There's some information there if you click that. But I did not know that migraines were way more prevalent in females than male veterans. And then we have another post here from the VA recently talking about migraines hit harder than your average headache and cause symptoms like throbbing head pain, nausea, sensitivity to light, sound, and smells, fogginess, and vision changes. Yes, I've experienced all of those. Absolutely. So although it is in women's health, trust me, male veterans get them too, especially if you were like in artillery field, the mortar field, your head was next to a 50 cal for months and months as you're just like half loading, full loading. You're going to have some migraine-like symptoms for sure. But I like how the VA kind of explained symptoms, whereas in 38 CFR criteria, we just see prostrating, right? Here on the VA's X account, it details that throbbing head pain. If you've experienced and I'm not talking about a headache that you take Tylenol and you can get through your day. I'm talking about a migraine that sucks so bad you need to go to bed. That's the only, and that won't even help, right? It just helps you not do anything else. But throbbing head pain kind of feels like someone's punching you from the inside of your brain there. Nausea, the feeling of vomiting is just disgusting. It sucks. Sensitivity to light, that's a big one there. Sound and smells, fogginess, and vision changes. I only had vision changes once. It was after I sneezed, and it was like a migraine came out of nowhere. But yeah, I like how the VA kind of explained the symptoms here, and I never knew the fun fact about, I guess it's not that fun, when it comes to female veterans are 3 times more likely to experience those. But hey, here's your 38 CFR criteria. It's diagnostic code 8100. If you just Google 8100 38 CFR ECFR, you will find the neurological body system rating criteria in the Code of Federal Regulations. Anyways, that's all I got. Thank you very much. If you made it to the end, let me know, right? And if you use gammaCore, if you plan to use gammaCore, absolutely let me know that down below in the comments. I know a few veterans have reached out to me saying that they love this thing. It's super easy to use. You can put it in your pocket. If you're traveling, if you're driving, you can use it. It's good to go. All right, that's all I got. Thank you very much.